What's up, guys? This is Matson here with another Challenge Mode Platinum Guide for Miss Pandaria Classic. It's time for Siege of Niuzao Temple. Before we begin, there are some exploits we use that are likely to be fixed in later seasons, rendering this guide useless, but no worries, I'll just make another one for now. But I highly recommend you use this one for the current season because they're not fixing any exploits until later seasons. They won't affect timers right now. Anyway, before you do the run proper, you do a little dry run. Let's say start it, wait a couple minutes, then kill the first two packs. Importantly, the resin flakes, because upon death they give you a debuff that increases your damage done, but also damage taken from their explosions upon death, which hurts. So we reset the instance and got to keep our debuffs, allowing us to melt this first pack faster than we would have without them anyway. And we also pulled the resin flakes for time. Of course, if you're not playing it too safe, you can get more stacks before resetting. That's not what we did though, but we were just fine for the most part. And we run for this room. We're being sprayed with amber that somewhat hurts. Of course, with already high stacks, we pop some defensives like AMZ and Power Barrier to kill these and get 20 stacks. Then we just melt the boss with Bloodlust and our cooldowns. This is so you don't have to deal with any of their mechanics. If there's any mechanics at all, you're going too slow. Now let's talk about these Mantid packs. The Guardians, they just charge ranged players and slow them down. Nothing too big, but it can be cleansed off. Can it? Yeah, it can. The Amber Weavers, however, are much more important to deal with. The first thing you do upon entering combat with them is they channel a resin weaving. If this finishes, their target will be stunned for 5 seconds. They also cast resin shell, and that causes mobs within to take 90% reduced damage. So don't let either of those happen, and you won't have a lot of trouble. At least not at this point. So we just chain pull on and on until we get to the second boss's area. Although you have to start some RP before you fight anyway, and even it's one of those boring wave bosses. Yeah, I tried to stop their cast by using Howl of Terror, but they're immune to fears, unfortunately. Stuns work. It's the first time I wrote a script for a challenge mode guide. With some advice I don't know why I didn't do before, other than laziness. Just thought I could just coast by watching it. By the way, kill this warden first, so that way the RP, the pre-boss RP can start, or rather part 1 of the pre-boss RP. Here we go. Oh yeah, they're doing a whole lot of damage, man. Wow, that was pretty clutch. Now for this boss, and the waves before it of course, you'll want the DPS to stay on the ledge and throw down the sap bombs at the marker at the top of the staircase below. That's an optimal position for the tank to do it. Tank him right there and take him down. Anyone who stands in sap gets slowed and takes increasing damage over time. I mean, they get a damage taken debuff. It makes attacks against them hurt super bad. Of course, it's double-edged sword. If the tank's standing in there, they'll take more damage. It's nice for vengeance, but they just gotta not die. Also, the healer went down there. The healer there was gonna stand on square at that ledge, so that when the demolishers come up, he targets them with Mind Seer before they reach the tank, because they hurt real bad, especially in challenge mode. Then there's the Amber Wing. Just kill that, or at least avoid his bombardments. Not that it seems to hurt a lot, at least on a Warlock, thanks to Soul Leech. Oh yeah, and while this is happening, the other Warlock in our group, I didn't volunteer to do this because I'm not big on exploits. But anyway, what the Warlock does is he goes to the corner from the right of where you enter this stage, then summons an Eye of Kilrogg, then with that eye goes down below after some glitching to put a demonic circle down there so we can teleport to that when the boss is over. The second boss, that is. Okay, oh yeah, there's more of those demolishers that the healer's killing. Oh look, the warrior bugged out. Yeah, because the demolishers exploding when they realistically shouldn't have. Okay, now here comes the boss. You're gonna want... Okay, I think the warlock of ours stays behind to try to figure out how to bypass this RP after the second boss. Yeah, by the way, more RP. Oh yeah, and the ranged here, most of us, a couple of us are standing on that slab so that if he charges someone and does a spin, he can't get to us. By the way, he will do that if he isn't stuck in a puddle of amber. Luckily though, he had max stacks, so he's dying pretty quickly. Oh yeah, and I didn't pay attention, but the other warlock, he also yeah, he went out of bounds and then goblin glided down to just for the gate. He also invis-podded so he didn't aggro the mobs right in front of there. Then he gets on a passenger mount such as the Traveler's Tundra Mammoth, removes the vendors, then allows us to get on it just through the gate. Yeah, pretty skeevy stuff here. Like I said, this is those exploits that may get fixed because this just feels so wrong to do. I'm normally against exploits unless they're necessary to beat it. No, that's really more of a developer oversight than anything else. But anyway, back on topic. Okay, the DK's just pulling some trash because he's sick of waiting for us to wait for a clear path, which is understandable. Now for General Pavelok. At 75%, he retreats to the center and... Oh yeah, do not have any mobs standing in that, or that will kill them. I mean, they'll kill you because they gain a buff, a damage buff, I think. Let's get them out of that ASAP, that wind thing. General Pavelok. Yeah, Blade Rush, don't have anyone stand there. Okay, yeah, the Warlock, we could have sworn that Warlock was just out of the way and he still died. Okay, he got resurrected. Okay, oh yeah, those Battlemender trash, they cast Mending, make sure to interrupt them. And the Vanguards, they haven't enraged and need to be kited. They also besiege, so something to keep in mind. Now the DK there is armying, so he can get... He's gonna do a massive pull here. Needs to keep all of them off of him. Oh yeah, didn't mention this is when Pavelok retreats to the center and goes in his shield. Now here we're gonna pick up bombs that are being dropped from the sky by Mantid flyers. We're gonna use them on him and the ads. Oh, our healer died. I think it's from... He must have accidentally got aggro. Yeah, we still make it, but this is a pretty sloppy run, which honestly makes doing that wall hack thing, way more understandable. I believe you... Yeah, I believe you probably can time this without doing such skeevy things, but you really gotta not make any mistakes in that case. Okay, there we go. Then we just res the healer and then just get on going because we cannot lose any more time. By the way, for that trash, just be careful of the builders. For no reason whatsoever, they just continue to throw bricks at whomever has aggro on them through those barriers, which is stupid. So the tank may have to get in melee range with them to force them in the melee and then slowly kite them. Now for the engineers, they are pretty important. Interrupt crystallized, and whomever has burning pitch, cleanse it off of them. But if you can't, then crystallized must be interrupted, because that stuns anyone with burning pitch. Yep. Just going as fast as we can. This is my first, again, like I said, this is my first time making a script for a challenge mode guide. I mean, I think I'm doing an okay job at not rambling. Just okay, though. So, anyway, here we just pop Bloodlust. We have it back up from the first boss. Then we get out our Doom Guards to try and melt the boss. Okay, for this boss, he has to be tanked where he is. He'll just hurl bricks, otherwise he can't move. And you may get targeted with quick dry resin. Just jump, and then you get a bar that fills up unless you get rid of it. Just jump, man. And when you clear it, you get a buff that increases your movement speed and haste. Pretty cool. By the way, at 70%, he flies to the other end of the bridge. Then you get him down to 40% and he flies back to his original position. And in both cases, he casts gusting winds to try to keep you away from him. Until someone interrupts it, that is. Yeah, we're kind of chill here, sort of, but we are really sweating here. Heart's pounding, palms sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy. Just making references. Don't worry. Got it just about now. And there we go. Wait for it. There we do it. So, thank you guys for watching, and this is a great guide to make. Like, comment, subscribe for my occasional video. Peace.